Hey guys, so as you can probably know, I've been using Tmux with Ghosty for a long time now, and it's been kind of great. And I have a very good workflow with it. However, I started noticing some issues with scrolling up and down, and especially when I'm inside of Cloud Code, and it just feels like a virtual machine inside of your terminal. It's great, but maybe there's some other kind of solutions out there. And so recently I discovered a new tool called Cmux. And Cmux is essentially Ghosty, a terminal built with libghosty, which is the library that is used to build Ghosty. And it has some pretty awesome features. It really replaced Tmux for me. And to show you some of the features is like we have vertical tabs, we have, the common things like split panes, etc. But before I kind of dive into this, I want to share the idea of why I even started using kind of Tmux originally. The whole point was I want to create a structure on my work. So I have, let's say, multiple projects, and each project might have multiple things that I need to run to kind of develop. So usually you have your sessions, which for me end up being the projects, right? So we have like projects, which really is represented by sessions. And then I got, the windows, which this usually become like, Cloud Code, for example, and then, Vim or NeoVim, and what other things you want to see, let's say logs, servers, whatever. These I treat them as windows. Sometimes I also have panes, which I rarely do honestly, unless I'm like SSHing into a server and I want to see like the local and the server, or like logs and some other thing. That's how I usually use panes. I try not to use them a lot just because I feel like, I like stay focused on a single window. So the idea here is like I have a structure. I have like projects, I have windows, I have panes, I have whatever, and it kind of fits well in how I think. So this is really the big thing for me about Tmux. So when I saw Cmux, I was like, okay, this is actually creating all of that for me, and it's still just like without a virtual machine essentially inside of my terminal. So I tried it out and it replaced the whole thing for me, and I want to show you how I've been using it. So here's Cmux. So when you install it, first of all, just download it and then run it. To show you the website, there's a couple awesome features here. So as you can see, it has vertical tabs. If you remember from a browser called Arc, one of the coolest thing about it is that it had vertical tabs. Everybody likes it because of that. So this one has that, as you can see here. It has tabs, obviously, and different things. And you can see it even have a browser. And I didn't really like the browser too much, but it's nice to have. And they have some nice docs here to explain the idea. So you see here that they try to actually create some sort of a structure for you. And with AI, it seems like one of the most important things is to have a structure for how you work, because it gets very busy very quickly when you have like multiple agents running and you want to track everything. So you need some sort of a structure to track things down. So I feel like this terminal actually tried to do that for us. And it has the windows, workspaces, panes, surfaces. And the idea here is that workspaces can be your project. It's the sidebar. Panes is just tabs essentially, and surfaces is like tabs within panes, and then the panels essentially can be a terminal or the browser. So let me just demo that for you quickly. I have it here. So this is Cmux, and as you can see here, we got this sidebar, which for me, it contains multiple projects. Again, similar to Tmux, I have multiple sessions. I treat this as sessions. So I have multiple sessions for different projects, and I have usually multiple tabs or one or whatever for whatever project I'm working on. And you can obviously split those with like Command D or Command Shift D, etc. And you can have however structure you want here. So that's how this looks like. And obviously, this is just a terminal with a sidebar, but there's some nice features here. To start, let's go to the browser and show you some of the shortcuts. So one of the cool things about this is that it has like a ton of kind of nice shortcuts, similar to Ghosty, honestly, but it feels kind of easier for me, at least in my brain. So you can create like, as I said earlier, like whatever workspace or panes or surface or whatever, all in using your keyboard, which is something we kind of like. And you can configure them however you want as well. So if you go back here and you just open up the settings, you see here that if you go all the way down, you can set them however you want. And I'll demo it for you and show you how I've been using this. You can set pretty much any key map you want, similar to Tmux, which is really a big deal because we're trying to be keyboard first and not mouse first. One thing I did actually with the configuration here, I deactivated a couple things. So first of all, send anonymous telemetry. I don't want that. And I kind of deactivated everything related to the browser and the Cloud Code integration because I didn't want any like notifications. I don't like that. So, and yeah, for the browser, I kind of deactivated pretty much everything I can because it started to open up things like by default inside of this browser. So for context, if you click this tiny little thing here, that will open up a browser. And you can pretty much have a browser inside of your terminal. That's good for some things, but I'm not a big fan of that. Anyways, so when you have it like that, you have your sidebar, you have your tabs. Now you need to kind of navigate things. So with Command B, you can toggle this sidebar. So for me, usually I have it always toggled off, like I just don't want to see it. And again, as a reminder, each one of these will represent a project, which in Tmux is a session for me. So I usually hide it. And by the way, if you want to create a new workspace, you just can Command N and you have it there. And then you can press Shift Command P and then say rename and say, let's say, whatever, YouTube. And now you have it as YouTube. This is pretty cool. Oh, I'm using just the keyboard. And then you can do like Command P and then search through your different sessions or workspaces. That's another thing I loved about Tmux. I could just do like this. So prefix F or prefix F, and then I can search the windows. Prefix E, I can search the sessions. I'm kind of trying to do the same experience, but a bit kind of nicer. This does that for me, and I can search it. So that's one thing pretty awesome about this. Another thing, if you press Command and kind of for a second or so, you see the different kind of key maps it shows you what you can press, so you can go there. So I can press like Command 2, Command 1, etc. I can kind of navigate it just quickly. So when I hide it, I can create multiple tabs with Command T. You can create multiple tabs. W, you can remove them, and all that can be kind of changed. So usually I'm just have this kind of view here, and I'm working, and then I have, let's say I want to split, for example, I can just do Command D, and then I can do Command Shift D if I want more. And then if I want to navigate kind of workspaces, I can just do Command P, and then go between these things. So this is awesome, and I've been really enjoying it. It replaced pretty much everything Tmux used to do, with the exception of the kind of storing the session. This is still like the biggest thing for me. Like I can't kind of go back to whatever session I was in, kind of everything running. It kind of kills everything when it kind of shuts down. Other than that, it's really doing pretty much everything I wanted to do, and I think I'm going to stick to it. Some other nice features in this, by the way, you see here, it shows you like the PR. It has some awareness of what the project is kind of doing. So let's say I'm in PR number 7, it shows you that here. And it shows you like the branch name. So let's say feature 1.6, etc., what directory you're in, and all of that stuff just quickly in front of you, which is nice. So yeah, if you go here as well and you see the different key maps, because one of the things that we love about Tmux is that you can jump between panes also with the keyboard. So if you scroll down a little bit here, you see that we have, where is it, focus pane left or right, up and down. So the idea here is like we have, let's say, multiple splits, and let's say Shift Command D. Now I want to navigate this quickly. So it's like Option, Command, left or right or down or up or whatever. And you can change that to kind of also be like a Vim-like, right? So like HJKL. You can do that. So basically you can do everything using your keyboard. You can have your splits, you can have your sessions, you can have your windows, and it works nicely. This pretty much replaced everything I do with Tmux, with the exception again of like persisting this session. So I've been using this for probably a week now, and I haven't really missed going back to Tmux. It's super fast as well. It's literally ghosty. So if I do like Shift Command P, has like some nice things here, as you see, like open up current directory and cursor, finder, whatever. Some nice shortcuts. You can probably have key maps for those as well. And yeah, so this is like pretty sweet. You can open up a new browser with like Shift Command L. So Shift Command L, and then you have a browser. So yeah, just want to share this terminal with you. Hopefully you'll kind of check it out for yourself. For me, it did replace Ghostty with Tmux, and maybe it does the same for you. It's actively being developed, so they're doing a lot of work on this. I did notice a couple bugs here and there. So one thing, the browser that does not kind of have any awareness of the other browser you use, like the default browser, so it doesn't have any kind of stored data like passwords or whatever. It's just blank essentially. And the other thing is, Sometimes I see like this line here, kind of it shows twice for some reason. It's not always, but sometimes I see it twice. And sometimes like when I open up or close the sidebar, something kind of moves here. So I'm not sure what's happening, but all in all, it's been working very good and it's super fast. If I open up Vim here, you see everything renders nicely. The font, it's not just ghosty. I don't know, like open up any file here, you see that it just looks nice. There's really no kind of weirdness in the font or anything. This is something I really didn't like with like Warp, which I don't even have it on the system. The font didn't render nicely. If you open up some search here, those lines were like kind of off. So again, this is simply ghosty. Anyways, that's all for today. Hope you like it. See you next one.